happened in the 90s.
You know, it happened right here 20 years ago.
Right here, Mom?
Mm-hmm. You just can't imagine what it felt like. I'd like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to see the world, candy out there, the feeling you get from a Coca-Cola classic. Can't beat the feeling the world is the feeling you get from a Coca-Cola classic. I'd like to buy the world to come. Can't beat the real thing. Can't stop it, no, you can't stop it. It's all the whole world singing. Can't beat the feeling. Can't beat the real thing.
And I know you probably watched this and know about it, but I have just found and been starting to watch the 30 for 30 about Ric Flair. And Jesus Christ, Steve. I mean, if it's not, it's on a Boogie Nights level of comedic gold that, you know, I can't even tell. Do not kill yourself, Steve. What am I looking at here? Oh, that Nate. The nature boy, dude. When Jim Ross is like, I'll go into a goddamn bar with Ric Flair, and he orders 173 kamikaze shots, and I'm like, Rick, what in the fuck you gonna do with 173 kamikaze shots? And he's like, watch, and he just starts handing them off to people. I was like, if you were in a bar with like Ric Flair coming in this 80s or 70s or whenever that was, you got to you were touched by an angel, Steve. It sounded like an amazing time. It sounded maybe dangerous for his health, but he's unapologetic about being Ric Flair, and I love it.
Yeah, it's like Charlie Murphy said about Rick James. I bet he has an aura. He got an aura. It's like gold.
I saw it. He's a habitual line stepper.
And I'm sure Ric Flair is that too.
Dude. But no, Ric Flair, I mean, I didn't know the dude was in a plane crash. Didn't know that. He walked away from that like a motherfucker. And you know, the guy's like, hey man, do you ever think about just going out and just not having a drink, like hanging out without drinking? He's like, no, I haven't. Why would I do that? Well, it's too much fun getting fucked up. And I mean, I don't know if that's great for his health, but I just love a guy that's like, I do not give a fuck. I'm exactly who you think I am, and I love it.
Had his last match again. I tell you, man, like these wrestlers are like rappers. He had his last match last Sunday at 77, I believe. And he won. I think that was the sole purpose of him winning a last match, because his last match was against HBK, and he lost, and that was all dramatic. And HBK cried before he gave him like his sixth Sweet Chin Music.
I remember seeing a clip of that. Yeah.
And that was supposed to be like his send off, but like it's Ric Flair. I can't lose. I don't give a fuck who it is.
I am Ric Flair, the president of the United States.
I mean, dude, I saw a promo for the one that you're talking about, like the recent one, and it's like, it was, I mean, I love you, Ric Flair. I love you. The product we're getting now is it's just like crazy to watch, because it was like him coming, like some guys complaining about not getting an invite to something that Ric Flair was supposed to, like maybe a wedding, or I forget what it was. And he's like, I didn't even get an invite to whatever. And then he fucking like belts Ric Flair, this old ass man, and like the guy, and Ric Flair falls down. He's like, oh, my surgery scar. Oh, I was like, dude, what the fuck is this, man?
That's what Ric Flair said.
It was just like an old man getting his ass whipped, and the video was wild, dude.
I got you. Yeah, man. Like I think Ric Flair wore his shirt maybe the whole time. Or just...
Dude, I mean, I as a guy who has Ric Flair chest, I get it. And now, but Steve, here's the thing. he's still like, how old is he? He's in his 70s, 80s,
Yeah, he's
70s.
damn near 80.
Yeah. I mean, again, you just said it. He's damn near 80. So the fact he's even able to try to wrestle like at all, he tried, he did it. You know, like you give him the check. Give him the fucking check, Steve, because he's got to get to that fucking Holiday Inn in Boise, Idaho, fucking, and just order 173 kamikaze shots and just get to town, Steve. That doesn't fund itself, you know.
That's somebody's papa. He needs to sit his ass down.
Grandpa
and read.
Rick.
Yeah, he needs to tell stories to them. Like he's still trying to do it. Yeah, bro.
Hey Rick, can you not can you wipe that cocaine off the table? The baby's about to crawl over. I mean, he has stories. Somebody needs to just sit with him with the camera and do what that 30 for 30 is until the guy passes away. Because he's never going to run out of stories, Steve. We got to chronicle
stories. Got stories for days, man.
Well, he has like Jim Ross. It's just hilarious too, because Jim Ross is like this guy who seems in all respects like a normal dude. You know, he's been in wrestling, but like when he's telling stories about Ric Flair, it's like what Charlie Murphy telling, like you said, like a Rick James story, where it's just like he's still in awe of this. He's seen it all.
Yeah.
But back in the 70s, he was around a young, vibrant Ric Flair that was gacked to his brains, just, you know, drinking gallons of alcohol, and he got to see it all. It was awesome.
The cool thing about Jim Ross too, man, he's a witty guy. I don't know if you ever listened to his podcast, but he's very colorful with his descriptions and his tellings of these different backstories, man.
I did let us down, Steve. I got overwhelmed. I went to a comic book convention this weekend in Roanoke. It's called the Big Lick Comic Con. It wasn't San Diego Comic Con, let's put it like that. But interestingly enough, Arn Anderson, Double A, the man himself, was doing appearances, Steve, and I almost was willing to pay the $150 it was going to take to sit down with the man and talk to him, because he was right there, Steve. He was there.
And you can't take pictures.
Not just without paying the dude. And I was like,
beat your ass.
Honestly, there was a dude sitting, because he was behind like a table. You know, it's like, I don't know, it's a table. And like there was some dude sitting there who I'm assuming is the guy who takes your fucking money. And he looked like Arn Anderson did, like, you know, maybe 15 years ago, just a little skinnier. But he was like, the reason I got scared to go up, because clearly somebody had tried to take a photo and they were like getting the guy away. And I was like, all right, that guy looks amped up. I'm not going to, but Arn Anderson, Steve, I don't know how old that dude is, looking great.
Oh yeah.
Looking just like he did, with a little more salt in his beard, but he's still got a little pepper in there. And he looked yoked to me. I wasn't going to fuck with him.
Who will?
Yeah, dude.
A dummy.
But also Hillary from Fresh Prince was supposed to be there. And there wasn't the clamoring to get her. You know, usually you see huge lines for somebody like that. There was nobody. And I was like, this is insane. These people have no taste. But then again, it looked like maybe she was not there yet. So maybe that she had some lady like, oh, she'll be here soon, who was fine. The team that she had, or Hillary's team, top notch. So
Karen Parsons, does she look like Karen Parsons?
No, it wasn't. Well, I mean, that's Hillary, right? Yeah, she was. I didn't see her, but like what I'm assuming was like her assistant didn't look like her, but looked great. Let's put it like
not
that.
even partially Parsons.
But it was wild.
Hey, boys,
it was one of I've been to like LA and like the Comic-Con there, which is pretty big, and some other ones in the West Coast, and that one that like even the 90s con that we went to recently. But dude, this was it was in Roanoke, Virginia, which is not a big place, and just the level of cosplay, Steve, it was funny. I wish I had a camera crew. I wish we could have chronicled it, because it was
what do you cosplay? It wasn't really like completely comic books.
I
Though.
mean, honestly, this might be a generational thing, but mostly it seemed to be what I think is Naruto, like anime shit. Shit, I have no idea. I mean, a lot of weird devil shit, but what I also noticed is what I always notice at these things, that the people that dress up, there's some pros, there's some people that want to do that and just like show look how cool I look as this character. And then there's
I
like
work out.
90% that just want to fuck, and it's obvious. They're just out there trying to get a draft pick, They're cinched up. We saw a lot of ladies wearing like corsets that were holding in a Virginia sized woman. And that's not a small woman, Steve. It's wild.
Hmm.
A lot of bustiers.
And juicy A's.
Not that they're juicy. They were overripe. Let's put it like that.
They're plump.
That's a huge bitch.
What is the image of a rebel? These are the images of a rebel. Canon's revolutionary new autofocus EOS Rebel.
Image is everything.
EOS Rebel from Canon. So advanced, it's simple.
This is Steve G and Matt G with Happened in the 90s, the show where we talk about what happened in the 90s, the show where we talk about what happened in the 90s, the show where from the Department of the Redundancy Department. So get out your Reptar dolls and your Wade Boggs jerseys and tell me, why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? We keep spending most our life living in the gangster's paradise.
Steve, you just channeled your inner Coolio. You have an inner Coolio that's yours, but I love that. Shout out Coolio. I feel like he's out there probably looking great, hopefully rich. Maybe not.
He looks horrible, but I do hope he's rich.
He's gotta be, right?
He's still holding on to those braids. I know that's tough.
The same exact style, like the craziness.
All while balding, and I got the sunroof missing, the invisible top, but I'm not trying to grow braids, not trying to get my D'Angelo Allen Iverson on at this ripe old age.
Like the way that just like just like a full-on wig situation, or something like that, like a little weave-ish.
Pour moi?
For a male weave, possibly.
No.
When are you gonna just shave it and just go full bald beard? Because I feel like that's just the signature look that you're waiting to do, and
I'm afraid, Matt.
I get it.
I
am
with,
too.
With my ears and the size of the head, I just don't know if the world is ready for that.
Well, I've seen myself with no hair and it wasn't great. It looked like I was a thumb. And I didn't appreciate it. So I'm trying to ward off the demons, Steve. I'm doing the Hims treatment, which, to be completely honest, hims.com.
Yeah.
At this point, I think you've sold me hairspray that just makes my hair lay down right and hides the baldness. I don't feel like my hair's growing. Does that make sense?
Oh, that's just kind of a hold off, like they're putting a Band-Aid on a broken bone.
I wish I could get there's some shit they give to celebrities that is like you just spray it on and it just fills the gaps in. Even for somebody like me, it's like it'll fill it in so it doesn't because you can see through the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's still got some it's just getting real fucking dicey, Steve. That's what I'm saying. And I don't want to fucking look crazy, but it is what it is. At some point I'm either going to just have to wear a lot of hats, get a wig, or accept my fate and just shave my head. We'll see what happens first.
But one day when we get rich, you can call back Hims and say, hey man, how much is the presidential exclusive premium package, whatever the fuck, get me some hair.
I mean, I know I'm not a celebrity, but motherfucking Deion Sanders had no hair, and then all of a sudden he had hair. And I know he's rich. Maybe he has another tier package, but make some magic happen, please.
Yeah,
I don't have insane. I'm not looking to fucking have Antonio Banderas hair or anything. Just fill in some fucking space here for me and at least buy me like 5 years. You know, give me 5 years and then I'll figure it out at that point. At that point, I'll be 45 basically. And you know, at that point, the damage is done. Kendra is just gonna have to accept it, and you know, I'll walk around looking like a thumb, hopefully with a beard, and not just this weird pedo stash, because that's really gonna be a problem, Steve. I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, what's really going to be a problem is continuing to go to charcuterie or wherever you go to get your haircut.
Dude, haircuttery, dude.
Haircuttery.
I thought it was a reputable establishment. But then I found my dude Hassan and I fucking got a nice fucking actual barber cut. And I couldn't be more thrilled, Steve. While I am complaining about being bald, I feel like right now, maybe, you know, it's the lighting. Maybe it's the man's work. I don't know. But for the whatever the place was that I went to that was across the mini mall parking lots from Walmart, doing good work, guys. It's the Lord's work.
There, you know, you could always flip it as long as you got muffler. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like what's gonna happen soon is I'm gonna just go full beard, and then just shave the top. Because I feel like if you got, it's a balance, you know.
Exactly.
I have a lot up here still, so I don't need as much. But if this goes, this has to come in, and I do have a nice beard when I want to make it happen. So
and just go Bill Goldberg with it.
Exactly. Just,
I can dig
you know, something like that, or even like a Rick Steiner with just like where you can see some hair. Like I shave it, and it's just a close like buzz, so there's like a shadow of hair on the top of my head, you know, and I can walk around and growl at people and have some crazy facial hair. And you know, these will be the things that an older Matthew G will do, Steve. So get ready for that. And I'm sorry in advance for my appearance if it alarms you. I know it does now, but you're containing yourself. So that's cool. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, but you got to remember the world can suck your dick too. But today, man, and you know, they never did follow up on that plea. The world, I'm still waiting. You know, I'm only asking for one thing. Suck my dick. And you know what that means, Matt? You know what that means? It means suck my dick, world. Yeah. But we're talking about all things August 11th in the 90s. Starting off in 1991, Doug premieres on Nickelodeon. All of the Nicktoons, actually. But for now, we're talking about Doug and his episode, Doug Can't Dance / Doug Gets Busted. Doug is excited about attending the school dance with Patty until the class bully Roger reminds him that he can't dance. Doug builds a volcano for the school science fair. A rumor that his project has burned down the science lab leads him to disguise himself and go on the lam.
I mean, he ain't gonna escape the cops if he ever has to go on the run, Steve. Let's put it like that. Doug Funny he's a sweet boy. You know, he's like you and I. We were just nice kids. He's a nice guy.
In everyday town, USA, and that's where he's from, Bluffington. And we're introduced to some of Bluffington, some of his neighborhood. You know, they peruse through the neighborhood, and you see Mr. Dink for the first time, and I think he's playing croquet at night. So that shows his quirkiness already. He's kind of out there.
Douglas. Hey, Douglas, come over here. Come into my garage. Touch this. Close your eyes.
Patty Mayonnaise. She's all tied up for you, Douglas.
I got her. She's good. My wife's dead. It's cool.
And Doug, he's writing in his journal about his costume party experience. He's dressed as a caterpillar, getting ready, and his nemesis.
He's actually
Roger
dressed
Klotz,
as a snail, Steve. So you fucked it up just like everybody in Bluffington did. So
he was a
get it
snail.
right. Okay.
Well, shit, I digress like a motherfucker. His nemesis, Roger Klotz, just busts in like Kramer, and he says he looks like a pile of manure.
This motherfucker is just cutthroat in the first couple of episodes, Steve. I mean, this is a Perrysburg level bullying going on here. And he's like, look, dude, you're gonna dance with Patty Mayonnaise, the best dancer here. You can't even dance, dude. Fuck
Can't
you.
even dance, funny.
And you know what's crazy, Steve? Before we get into this, and I want to, this is a slap your goddamn self moment. I did not, in all of our talk of Billy West, ever associate that man with the show ever. And I don't know how that, like I said, slap yourself. I don't know why, but he's all
Because
over
he's
it.
associated with crude things. You know, you remember him from Howard or even Futurama.
But I mean, he's basically every fucking. Did he just voice this whole goddamn show? You know. But anywho, Roger's a cunt. He tells Doug he can't dance, and not only that, he's like, "Look, dude, why don't you just let me dance with the bitch? I'll dance with her, and I'll be like, look, Doug couldn't make it. I'm
And you just
gonna
forget
snag
about
her."
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which this gives me chills, Steve. Both these episodes. This is the nightmare of a fat young Matthew Geddick going to a dance. Not only that, I mean the date. I would get the dates, but then you had to dance, Steve. Then you had to dance, and there wasn't. I mean, it was stiff. It was stiff. I just hope for a lot of slow songs and just, you know, nothing crazy. Let's get out of here without embarrassing myself. And I get it, Doug, and he's worried about it, you know.
Like the Adam Sandler's comedy album, they're all going to laugh at you.
Exactly.
And the way Roger,
that's the worry he's having, and he's sitting there going, "Should I even go to this fucking dance now?" I mean, Roger Klotz is a menace, Steve. This guy is a fucking asshole. He's just about to steal. My thing is like, do you think Patty Mayonnaise wants to hang out with you, Raj? You know,
but
he's an ass.
But I guess he can dance better than Doug. And the way he's presented it, he's like, "Hey, I'm doing you a solid. I'm saving you from embarrassment, funny.
I'm gonna put my dick in her for you, not just to fuck with you. I'm doing this for you, bud." But Doug's like, "You know what, man? I'm just gonna." He gets out of there, and now it's time to kind of like do your soul searching. And his buddy, we also get to meet his buddy Skeeter. Hey, Doug, fucking the blue dude. And I, for some reason, remember this. They must have showed this episode a lot on Nickelodeon, but he's like, "Doug, all you gotta do," he's trying to teach him how to dance, and he basically does like a bunch of twister moves, starts trying to bust a move, and just like spin cycles himself into like basically sucking his own dick. Like he's completely pretzeled himself, Steve.
Skeeter, he got the skeeting and he didn't skedaddle.
He's about to, if he didn't already. I mean, he's right there. Tongue the butthole, and it's right there, Steve. So I mean, he might have a serious back injury after this, honestly.
And I don't know if you've heard the rumor that Skeeter's supposed to be a brother. Like, you know, in Bluffington, in this universe, like all like the people colored like him that are like turquoise and teal and shit are supposed to be black people.
Wait, didn't they have black like characters though?
They were Puerto Rican.
I got you. Different kind. Okay. Well, hey, I mean, he can dance.
He can dance. And he can beatbox. He can beatbox, and while he's teaching Doug how to dance, he's beatboxing. So he's just always on beat with everything. Beep, 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 beep.
He's also a DJ. I mean, so
on the ones and twos. So the proof.
So, but Doug still, you know, he's worried, and also he's annoyed because nobody can seem to fucking grasp what he is. Just like you, Steve. Everyone's like, "Hey, great fucking Rosie O'Donnell costume, whatever."
Yeah.
You know, and it isn't. He's like, I'm a snail.
Not Rosie O'Donnell.
Not Rosie fucking O'Donnell. That's a snail slime trail. That's not the Rosie O'Donnell slime trail. I don't know why. Sorry, Rosie. I just watched half of fucking A League of Their Own the other day, and you look great.
Why?
In that. I don't know. It was on.
No, she didn't.
She looked fine. Honestly, Steve, you go back. She's not even. She's a.
Today, Junior.
She was not. She looked good.
Is he having a laugh? Are you having a laugh?
She
What
had
did
her
she
thing.
do for you?
She'll fucking shoot a koosh ball at your fucking eyes and blind your ass.
Man,
I'm here for
she'll
you,
try,
Rosie.
yeah, she'll try to bump muffs with my mom.
Scissor me timbers.
And Doug,
Hey.
he makes it. He makes it to this dance, and you know, Patty, she awaits him. She meets him at the entrance, and she's dressed like a sunflower. So we're introduced to her for the first time, Miss Patty Mayonnaise, and you know, he's having visions of himself as MC Hammer. He's about to shut shit down.
Hmm.
But then again, who didn't have visions of themselves being MC Hammer?
I mean, did you have parachute pants, Steve?
I
That's
sure the
where I
fuck did.
stopped. I did not have those, but I my best to do all the moves. And I was a huge man. Other than Sir Mix-a-Lot was my number one first love of rap. It's the first tape I ever got, other than the Ninja Turtles movie soundtrack that had a rap that explained the movie plot.
Yeah, but we're not counting that.
But yeah, I mean, dude, Sir Mix-a-Lot, the album that had fucking the Big Butt song, was fire as fuck. Go back and listen.
Baby Got Back.
Swap Meet
Open
Louie, I'm Your New God. It was very adult shit, but I somehow got my hands on it at like the age of 8, I think.
Shit, Skeeter was playing some Swap Meet Louie, and Roger's bitch ass, he interrupts the courting. He just hops in the middle of them, and he's dressed like a hammer. Roger and all his friends are actually fucking tools, dressed as tools. And Roger says it's hammer time.
Nice. And he slams his fucking hammerhead, which was this like actual metal? What was going on with this that it actually hurt Doug's toe? You know, what was that made out of? Anywho, he slams the hammer. He puts the hammer down on Doug's toe. Doug fucking immediately starts hopping on one foot, and instead of being like some bitch that's just fucking, he has a hurt foot. Everyone, Patty, who like clearly is into Doug. She's all things Doug. She knows what his costume is. She loves seeing him all the time. She fucking covers for him when he's acting like a tool. And she's like, look at this new fucking dance. It's the 1 foot fucking Doug hop. Bam, bam. And then, you know, Skeeter skeets.
He's on the ones and twos. Yeah.
And for some reason, the fucking the creepy neighbor guy, he's there. He's a chaperone, which there's got to be laws against this type of thing, but there's not at this point. It's the early 90s.
Mr. Dink is dressed as a grade A thoroughbred chicken, and Mrs. Dink is going as the wife of a thoroughbred chicken. And
you know, the kids got his woman, Steve. I gotta say, Mrs. Dink, I think there's a danger here that there's maybe an affair going on, because she's very Peg Bundy-esque, you know. But Peg actually wants to fuck her, man. This woman clearly hates her husband, Steve.
It's a reverse Bundy. Yeah, she's creeping on Mr. Dink, but Mr. Dink don't care because he's fucking Patty Mayonnaise.
He's got that, dude. You remember when he had like a crazy cyber like shack where he was like in his front yard?
I can't recall.
Oh, dude, it was crazy because it was very creepy, very smart guy-esque, like the episode where he gets lured into the basement by the guy. It was like that, but it was Dink, and he had like a cyber shed. He's like, "Come into my shack, Douglas," and it was just TVs. It was like, what's going on here, dude? What kind of videos are you about to show Doug? You fucking creep.
And that's the one for what was it called? Doug Can't Dance. That was the end of that one. They basically like
yeah,
Patty,
that was the end of that.
Yeah, Patty basically hops up and down, mimicking Doug, and all the kids follow suit because kids are sheep. And the next one we see
this is dark. This is a dark fucking breakdown of the first episode of Doug, Steve. Humans are sheep. God damn.
No, the kids are sheep.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they think, because they're idiots too. Like, they think that this is the new dance when Doug is actually in pain.
Yeah, he might have a fucking broken foot. There's a lawsuit that might be needing to happen. And Mr. Dink's like, oh, let's fucking do this. Let's hang out with these kids. What the fuck's going on? Anywho, I didn't remember that they had like two part, like it was like different segments in an episode. You know, I didn't remember that part of Doug.
Yeah, like the mini-sodes. Like, yeah, I think Ren and Stimpy did that off and on. But in the next one, Doug gets busted. Doug, he starts off in prison gear and he's running in a fucking swamp, him and Porkchop. And he asks, how did I begin living life as a fugitive? It all started at Bluffington School Science Fair. Chalky had a singing Venus flytrap, Dee Dee had a display on pollution, Skeeter had a solar system project, and Roger had a Costco firecracker he tried to pass as a supernova. Doug has a homemade volcano with his dog Porkchop playing the ukulele.
I mean, it's a winner right off the. You got a dog doing music, you're gonna win. So he's all about the showmanship. And I'm worried that they're letting Roger just bring in a stick of dynamite. It's a supernova. But I mean, dude, what's going on? Like, this might be terrorism. 20
He
like
is a
now,
terrorist.
this is terrorism, Steve.
He was friends with the Columbine kids.
He's
certain.
got a dark leather jacket. It's not a duster, but you throw a couple inches on that, he's gonna fit in. He's even got the crazy haircut.
His uncle was in Cobra Kai.
Mm-hmm. Definitely sweep the fucking leg. He's totally got that sweep the leg energy too.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You know, I mean, he just did that to Doug. You know what I'm saying?
And we're introduced. I forgot about this guy. We're introduced to Mr. Bone, and besides having an off-putting name, he also has a thing about no volcano. Like this whole science lab, he has a gripe about. He storms in and says Doug's volcano is a violation of the school fire code, and he tells Roger no supernovas in the school. And a kid sees Mr. Bone extinguish Roger's firecracker and tells one person who passes it all the way down the school telephone line to where now the story is that Mr. Dink put out a backdraft grease fire explosion.
And Doug said it. You know,
Yeah.
Doug's an arsonist, and you know he has to immediately rush out of there because he might be arrested for this crime, Steve.
Well, the immediate culprit was Roger, and then he quickly passed the blame on Doug because Roger's a fucking piece of shit. And
This guy's a problem, Steve. He's a manipulator. He's got evil intentions. I mean, this guy, he's gonna do something. Like, he's not gonna have a good life. Let's put it that way. He's 5 years away from jail. Let's put it like
Roger steals copper wire and tries to use it for like crack money.
He just drinks like a case of Bud Light every night. You know, he's one of those. He takes a horse piss in the morning, steals a couple of things, gets what he needs, and goes home and repeats.
Bud Light, that's
Natty Light. Let's go
that
down
motherfucker
there.
drinks Bud Ice.
Steel Reserve. He gets a couple of those, a couple of TBs of those.
Hell yeah, them shotguns. And now Roger, he actually convinces Doug. He actually puts this story in his head like, dude, you know what? I did fuck up.
He
I
accepts the dude.
Yeah.
He's straight. That's what I'm saying. The guy has like these, he's really capable at manipulation. I mean, this is CIA level fucking brainwash shit going on here.
Like, he's just lost in La La Land, and now Doug's knotted the fuck out. He's noited out, and he's tiptoeing through the house because Big Brother's watching him now, and he's in his sister room looking for stuff to help go in disguise until his sister Judy comes in and helps him out.
Yeah, and her sister Judy is like some kind of like drama kid, French spy looking bitch. You know, exactly.
What was that fucking movie that was like a big deal, that independent movie? She's like that, like she wants to be that bitch. It was like one name and it was about the bitch. And like,
I don't know, but
you know, a movie.
She's got independent movie vibes. Let's put it like that.
Yeah,
You know?
she's very close to Vinny. However you pronounce that bitch's name.
I think you got it.
Doug, he's got on a fake mustache, a cap, and an Indiana Jones hat. And that's exactly what I wore on the set of Big Titties, Little Vaginas. You should see it sometime. Titties in the assholes.
Yeah, and I didn't remember he had a sister. I didn't remember a lot of shit about this. So I think we go from him talking to his French spy sister to what is actually like a dream sequence where he turns into this sophisticated thief, Steve.
Yeah, dude. He becomes Robin Hood and shit.
Jack Bandit.
Jack Bandit, that's who he is. Yeah. And he's daydreaming about swinging his class with a rope to deliver a rose to Patty Mayonnaise before swinging out the window into the hands of a cop. And this wakes him up. And now it's time for Doug to say his goodbye to his parents, who are passed the fuck out and are not even paying attention to what he's saying.
They don't
And,
care. They don't care.
Yeah. And Doug's on the run now. Doug and Porkchop are camped out, keeping an eye on the scene of the crime. And Mr. Bone pops up, and Doug and Porkchop take off like the fucking boot gang.
Fucking Shawshank shit. He's about to go through the tunnels, Steve. He's about to crawl through the shit.
He's
This
almost
is
there.
crazy. And what's also just stupid, it's like you want to go run away, right? Maybe don't run away to a bush at the school. You know, like there's motherfuckers going to school like, hey, Doug. And he's like creeping through a bush like some perv. And he looks like a perv in the photo behind you, Steve. He's even got a cape. Pure pervert energy right there.
It's what the fuck,
Indiana
bro?
Jones. He's out there to try to fucking sniff some panties, it looks like. And he's hiding in bushes, Steve. I don't like this direction for Doug, honestly, but he feels like he's about to get arrested. Then he runs away. I think he's seen by Principal
Mr.
Bone or whatever. That's weird. It is weird.
Bone.
Tell me what you gonna do when there ain't nowhere to run.
And by the way,
It's actually
Amelie,
very apropos to this, to the end of this episode, Steve, because there is nowhere to run. And then he gets busted, Steve. Fast forward to the end of this episode. Doug gets caught by the Bone Man, and he thinks he's about to get arrested. He goes into the fucking principal's office. Everybody's like, is he about to fucking get the death penalty? What's going on? He comes out. Turns out this was all for nothing, Steve. He didn't burn down the fucking building because the building's still there. Patty Mayonnaise says that. Then the principal
lab
comes
is
out
fine.
with him, and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to jail, guys. Turns out I got second place in the science fair. So peace.
the teacher loved his volcano. And that's not all.
I feel like that's a whack ass science project though, Steve. Volcano, that's kindergarten shit. Bluffington's the Perrysburg of the cartoon world. They didn't care.
It's a basic ass bitch of a town, just like Perrysburg. And Amelie, that was the name. It didn't happen in 90s. It was a 2001 independent flick about a French bitch, and it was like nominated and it won maybe some awards and shit. But yeah, Amelie.
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely got that energy, but she has like also the look of somebody that's just like has the affectation. They're like smoking a cigarette and they want to look deep, but she's, you know, she's just hanging out in her fucking house in her mom's house. Like, what age is her sister?
Well, I believe he's junior high, so maybe she's high school, because I don't think Doug's in grade school.
She's got a pack of Camels somewhere stash. She goes outside to hit a bud every once in a while. Just
She's so
fucking hate
intelligent.
the world. Gotta feel the streets.
Yeah, and until she says something stupid, like, you know, when is halftime for the baseball game?
So deep.
Oh yeah, so fucking deep. And on that same day in 91, Rugrats premiered on Nickelodeon. The first episode is Tommy's first birthday. It is Tommy Pickle's first birthday, and Tommy wants some of Spike's dog food. He convinces his friends, Chucky, Phil, Lil, and big cousin Angelica, to try it. I remember watching this, man, when it first came out. And then just like Power Rangers, I feel like, man, I should leave childish things with the children.
Yeah, I wrote that. I was like, I definitely watched this show, but I feel like I watched it maybe as like when I was babysitting a kid or something. Like I was too old to really be a fan of this show.
You couldn't take it with you like Doug and Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I know it's a cartoon, but like they got some crude shit, or they got some like underlying message. It's not about babies. This is like about babies talking.
Well, and it's, you know, to me, the things that I like about it is it has like the cool animation style and just like the way the character design and shit. I mean, obviously it's just fucking babies, but I just always thought it was cool looking, you know?
Yeah.
And there's really, I mean, I'm not going to shit all over this episode, but one thing I will say about this is had a lot of Angelicas in my life as a little kid, like bully ass fucking family members and stuff. And I hated that character as a kid, and I still do, Steve. Maybe it's trauma. But you know, I I had like I had this singular memory. I remember this girl that my mom babysat. It was like she's probably like 4 years older than me, and I was like 7, you know, so she's whatever, 11 or 12. And I had a hermit crab, Steve. A hermit crab I got at the beach. One of those shitty hermit crabs, you know, it's like 25 cents, but it was my hermit crab. This bitch pulled the hermit crab out of its shell, killed it, and threw it on the floor. And that's the kind of Angelica shit that I don't like, Steve.
Why did she do that?
I forget why. Like I was like fucking with her, like, you know, like making fun of her for some dumb I was a little kid. So I was probably like, you're a dumb girl. Shut up. Like something like that. And she like, oh yeah. And I didn't see it happen, but mysteriously I left the room with her in the room with my fucking hermit crab and then come back and she's gone and my hermit crab's dead on the ground, Steve. And I'm not a detective. But put 2 and 2 together. There's only a couple of suspects. Unless my mom came in and was like, fuck this little fucking piece of shit.
Is she still alive?
I don't even, dude, Steve. It's just a memory. It's like a it's like a blurry face on TV they're trying to hide. I don't remember the chick's name. I just remember that happened. And then we went to the pizza place that I love in that town, and the bitch complained the whole time and we had to leave. So it was just like a complete downer, and this was like happened she was shitty multiple times. I don't remember her name. God bless. Hopefully you've improved as a human being, but at the time,
Dick sucking cunt.
evil
does that sound
Chucky.
familiar?
I mean, fucked up shit. What's that?
Piece of shit cunt. Does that sound familiar? Does that ring a bell?
That might be, I mean, she might be a relation. Let's put it like that.
What about cocksucking bitch?
Yeah, but I mean, damn. But Angelica, that's the energy she brings in. We meet everybody, and it is wild that you said all of these shows premiered on the same day.
It's the premiere of Nicktoons.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
the
That's
Nickelodeon originals, man. And Tommy's parents, Stu and Dee Dee, wake him up and wish him a happy birthday. And while Dee Dee's changing Tommy, Stu's raving about the gift he got for Tommy. He's kind of like a Tim Allen of sorts. And I remember Stu Pickles working for a toy company, if I'm not mistaken. And you know, he's always trying to come up with these new inventions and try to be ahead of the curve. And you know, they're trying different attempts to feed Tommy his food. And then while they're doing that, Tommy sees a commercial for Husky's Choice, which is what the family dog Spike is eating. It's dog food. And now he wants to eat what he saw on TV.
And he also has, we don't know this yet, but he thinks that maybe by eating dog food, you will transform into a dog.
Yeah.
You know, which I guess to get away from Stu Pickles and his insane death trap inventions, that might be the best move. But yeah, he wants to eat dog food, Steve. And I've never been there as a human being, but I do know people that do this, and you know, it is what it is. But this kid,
those people
needs
do
to
it
be
out of
watched.
necessity, not as a delicacy. As he approaches this dog dish of doo-doo, Grandpa Pickle steps in and picks him up so that he can eat his actual human food, which looks like toilet clogged after taking one of those Deuce Staleys.
I mean, it looks less appetizing than the dog food, honestly.
Seriously. And Howard and Betty arrive with their twins, Phil and Lil, and their little friend Chucky. Betty's a carpet muncher, and Howard's a cuck, which reminds me of my new porn parody, Howard the Cuck.
I mean, that we need to get that out, Steve, because I think they're about to make some kind of show about Howard the Duck. So we got to get in there. We got to get in there before the porn companies make $1 million. All we need a cuck. We need a cuck
that can dress in a duck suit. He likes to watch.
I got $30. We can make this happen. Just get on Craigslist. We'll figure this out.
Watch him. Watch his wife fuck. He is Howard the Cuck.
Oh, honey. Oh. Yeah, so now all the kids are here. but now we all, I think at some point they're told that Angelica is on their way, and Angelica is, as we said, is a problem. She's gonna come. She's a bully. So the babies finally start talking. We get about 10 minutes in, they start talking. They're like, look, we got to get this dog food. Okay. We got to get at it. And I'm telling you guys, we eat it. We're dogs. We're pissing on fences. We're biting fucking chair legs, and we can bust out of this place. So work
Get
with
tags
me.
with our names on it.
Yeah. And, Tommy, his parents are wrapped up in the party. The mom wants to have a great party for her kid. Love that. But she's into like health food. It seems shitty. I would hate to go to this party. The dad.
It's lip shitty.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And Stu Pickles, rightfully, he's like Tim, like you said, Tim the Toolman Taylor. He's creating like a hovercraft for a 1-year-old baby. And, to me,
A remote control.
It's like an Iron Man shit for a little baby. And I question the ethics and maybe the safety of it, but he's enwrapped in that. So these babies are coming up with this plan, but they keep getting hijacked. They'll get close to the dog food and the grandpa will step in and he'll take them away. And then they'll get close to it again. And then
the mom might pick them up or something.
Well, the mom or her very Jewish mother and father show up. The other grandparents.
Is that what they are?
Yeah. Apparently Kendra said there's like actually a Christmas special or something, and like they're heavily involved in it. But yes, they're very Jewish. That's show up. They're like, oh my God, Stu. Get
Boris and Minka.
Yeah, exactly. And so Tommy's he's the brains. He's the leader. He's the face. He's trying to get these guys in line. Chucky, he's a downer, but he's like Donatello. He figures out the technical shit every once.
He does machines. That's why he took the remote.
Hell yeah,
and
dude.
Angelica's en route, and she's such an angel. While whenever she's around her dad, Drew, and Drew is Stu's brother, his older brother. So they make it to the Pickles residence, and I gotta say, Stu is a visionary. He made a fucking Ring camera before it even became a thing, like decades before it became a thing.
I mean, it's like some Fifth Element shit that like comes out of the wall. He can see you, and then the screen comes out in Star Wars, and then he comes in your. I mean, this guy's gonna make some money. He's like Elon Musk, but he's able to fuck a woman. So there's that. But he might lose a lot of the money to lawsuits for these dangerous ass toys, Steve, because
all the malfunction.
There's going to be some deaths, definitely.
Yeah, and he sees his brother and niece in, and Angelica immediately seeks blood. As soon as the parents are away, she punks her little cousin Tommy, saying that even though it's his birthday, she has first dibs on the toys because she's a fucking cunt.
I mean, damn, you coming in trying to steal a fucking toy from a little baby, Angelica? You can speak. These are little babies. But anywho, she is a bitch.
You never had that jealousy as a kid?
I mean, what do you mean? Just of somebody else's toys?
I it wasn't like overtly jealous, but like there were times when I go to my cousin's house for their birthday and be like, man, fuck your birthday, man. I want this to be my birthday. Why are they clapping and laughing at him? And this would be in my head as a 6 and 7 year old. Like, I kind of wish people would be around me and like watch me open presents. When is it my turn? And I guess
I definitely did that. But every kid does that. I did that also, just like not even like seeing the birthday, but like if somebody got that cool ass toy, like that Optimus Prime fucking shit where you're like, damn, I can only get the little shit. Man, let me play with that. Like that kind of shit for sure.
You got that video game?
On the next level because she's like, yeah, you're gonna look at it and I'm gonna take that shit. I'm gonna take that shit.
But she's not too smart because the kids actually talk Angelica into eating the dog food, having her thinking that she can become a dog and bite the mailman, wear collars with spikes on them, which is also a tagline for my porn, Big Titties, Little Vaginas. She can bite the mailman and wear collars with spikes on them.
It's a real Pulp Fiction vibe going on here, Steve.
Tommy draws out a map to get the dog food, and while the backs are turned, he sneaks out the playpen while Dee Dee's worried about the puppeteers who haven't shown up yet. And now Boris and Minka, Dee Dee's parents, show up, who appear to be from the old country. And Tommy opens his gifts, a fire truck from his uncle Drew. His dad gets him a hover Rama, which looks like a remote control Sibian, except it doesn't work. And Howard the Cuck got him a two-way walkie-talkie.
Yeah, and the dads are all enthralled with these walkie-talkies. The mom is pissed because this fucking finally they get the puppet shit, but they ain't got any puppeteers. She didn't read the fine prints. Like, I thought this came with some people to do this shit. When in reality, this is a puppet show for 1-year-olds, lady. Put a sock on your fucking hand, get behind the couch and do what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta fucking zuss it up like this.
And Stu suggests him and Drew do the puppeteering instead. And they do a shitty version of Little Red Riding Hood until they start arguing. And Tommy once again breaks away. The kids go after him and run into Spike, thinking it's Tommy, until they see Tommy in the kitchen. He tells them that he never changed because real ones don't switch up. And plus, Spike ate all the food in the bowl. So they see the one can on the top shelf and they try to stack themselves to reach it, but they can't. Chucky's able to operate this hoverama because just like Donatello, he does machines so that it enters the kitchen and the hoverama taps onto the can, but it needs a little slight budge. As Phil grabs the remote out of Chucky's hand, the hoverama just malfunctions and ends up grabbing Tommy by the strap of his overalls and has him suspended in the air. And the can eventually falls off the shelf and onto the hoverama where it stays intact, all while flying through this kitchen.
I mean, the fact that fucking Tommy's fucking soft head stays intact after this fucking whatever the fuck this was is amazing. But the can, they, you know, these babies basically pull this off. They would never be able to open the can, let's face it.
There's that.
But they, you know, make all this mess. I mean, they do hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of damage to this kitchen and to this building. They destroy the kitchen completely. But they sneak out, get back into the living room, all while the parents, because I mean, the puppet show's turned into like this puppet therapy session between brothers, and everyone's just sort of watching that play out. So like the creepy guy on your right that has his eyes wide open, he's just been watching the show the whole time. And he even says, I mean, this was a great fucking show, you guys.
Yeah.
You know, so the babies come back, the party, you know, is not great at this point, but at some point, Drew, this is what I didn't understand because I looked away, Steve. You know, they sort of get away with it, right? They didn't get the dog food, but they didn't get in trouble for all the damage. And then at some point, I think the grandfather just gives them dog food.
No, well, the Grandpa Pickles, he opens up the can and, you know, he prepares it for Spike, the dog. He puts it in the bowl and Spike just walks by, he sniffs it and he's just like, yeah, he keeps it pushing. And then after that, the kids finally jump at this opportunity to eat handfuls of this dog food. And now they're babies who identify themselves as house pets.
And I mean, they start barking. They think they're turning into dogs. And so the end of this episode is a bunch of adults watching babies eat dog food and acting like dogs and being like, oh, this party wasn't a fucking bust after all. Like, what?
So cute.
These kids are gonna get sick, you guys. What the fuck?
Fucking, that's so endearing.
That's the 90s, Steve. Let the fucking kids eat some dog food. It's fine. Fuck it.
Mad cow disease.
Stu's high as fuck right now. That's how he comes up with all these inventions. He's in that basement just fucking hitting the reef. Fucking inventing hovercrafts. I mean, this guy's gonna be rich. That's a Jetsons car,
man.
I mean, what it really looks like, Steve, is that you remember the game F-Zero?
I remember
Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
that's what it was. It was one of those cars. So look that up, guys. F-Zero. You heard it here first.
And like we said before, this was also the series premiere of Ren and Stimpy. And we've covered Ren and Stimpy before. That's why we decided to do Rugrats and Doug.
It's crazy it premiered with Rugrats on the same night. Like those shows were in this like same block because that's drastically different tones.
Drastically different, man. All three, like they were like the original, you know.
Damn, Billy West. Did Billy West just walk into Nickelodeon Studios and they were like, here's the money? You're Doug. You're every voice on that. You're in Ren and Stimpy. Please come away from Howard Stern, please.
Don't associate with him ever again. Happy, happy, joy, joy, joy. But on that same day in 1991, the final episode of Ferris Bueller airs on ABC. And it wasn't popular because it only lasted, I don't know, about 12, 13 episodes. But it was a thing, Ferris Bueller. And Jennifer Aniston was actually in this show.
Nice.
A younger Jennifer Aniston. This was what was this, 91? So we're 3 years removed from Friends.
Dang, you're about to be rich.
Yeah. She was hot. She was.
She probably still is.
Was.
I think she's got some of Brad Pitt's youth juice out of the penis, and that's what's kept her vibrant. Let's look. We need to go back because I have a theory that Brad Pitt actually ejaculates.
Is Benjamin Button?
He's the fountain of youth, Steve. He is
So-
human. He in human form.
Benjamin Button was really a bio of Brad Pitt.
I mean, we probably go back through the catalog. Who's he dated? They probably all look fantastic.
And also in 91, the final episode of Parenthood airs on ABC. And I'm only mentioning that because it starred Ed Begley and a young Leo. A lot of people didn't know this was before he showed up on Growing Pains. And they think that Growing Pains was his first like foray into the entertainment. But nah, man, Parenthood, which was another short-lived, just like Ferris Bueller, it lasted about 12 or 13 episodes, man. But that following year, 1992, the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota opens. At the time, the largest shopping mall in the United States.
I mean, they have a fucking roller coaster in that bitch.
They have a roller coaster, a fucking ice skating rink. They had the first episode of WCW Nitro at the Mall of America. That shows you how grandiose this place is. Jesus.
Yeah, that's my nightmare, Steve. I'm not a mall guy. I fucking hate malls. I don't like going there. And other than watching people and laughing, quite frankly, I hate malls. So that would be a nightmare. But they do have a comedy club in there. It's so big. It's like its own little thing. There's a comedy club in there. So at least you could go do
Comedy
that.
club?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like an actual, like good, like it's like a chain. Like, I don't know. Maybe the Laugh Factory, or I don't know.
Funny
But then-
Bone?
yeah, there's like hilarities or some, whatever, up chucks or yucks or some shit.
Riot. Laughing Ryan.
That's crazy though. I mean, goddamn. And it's in the middle. It's in Minnesota. Great.
Oh yeah. Don't you know?
We need reasons to come here. Build a mall that's big, that you can see from outer space.
If you build it, they will charge and debit it.
You know what I do like at malls that I haven't had in forever, and I'd love one right now? Cinnabon, Steve. It might be the weed talking, but dude, Cinnabon, dude.
Well, this is also the weed talking. I would love to have a Cinnabon with some melted cheese.
I mean, cool. There's maybe.
That's
Just
so
give me the
disrespectful, but
give
it
me
sounds.
like a little 6-pack of the centers. You can just buy the fucking center part. They got that.
I want it
Fuck
all.
the rest. Fuck the outside. You can get shit that's just the middle.
No. Give me the outside too. That's what I'm dipping in the cheese.
The cheese, Steve. Are
Yes.
you like what? Are we talking like nacho cheese, like gas
Nacho
station?
cheese.
Man.
It's some,
Well, hey,
I know.
that's some
It's the weed
shit, though.
talking.
That's like pregnant food. It's like peanut butter and pickle sandwiches and shit. Okay. I used to dip bread in Dr. Pepper at this pizza place, and I love that. I mean, that's weird, right?
I once farted on the set of Blue Lagoon. That following year, 1993, Searching for Bobby Fischer premiered in theaters. And I know, who gives a fuck, right? A prepubescent boy Little boy, a chess prodigy, refuses to harden himself in order to become a champion like the famous but unlikable Bobby Fischer. Directed by Steven Zaillian, starring Joe Montana, Ben Kingsley, Max Pomeroy, Joan Allen, and Lawrence Fishburne. I don't know why I had to do that like the Colonel. I really didn't have to. I'm high.
Okay, I support that, and I support you doing it in that weird Savannah accent, Steve. It's like
Little boy.
molasses coming out your mouth.
Little boy, don't you know the bishop go diagonal?
Motherfucker, that ain't a checkmate.
That's a steal. Who cares? Like, I'd never cared to watch this. I thought it was corny when I was a kid. He's probably the same age as me. It's like, this movie fucking sucks. How did this get funded? I thought that as a 9-year-old.
They tried. I watched this. Maybe I watched it in school. It feels like a movie I had to watch in school, or maybe even in film school. But you know, I need to learn how to play chess. I respect people that play chess, Steve. But a movie about chess,
yeah,
I'm just struggling a little bit. You know, incorporate it, but I don't want it to be the whole shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, hard fucking pass. Please like, share, and subscribe for more ways on how to pretend giving a fuck about Brittany Griner. In 1995, Dangerous Minds premiered in theaters. An ex-Marine turned teacher struggles to connect with her students in an inner-city school. Directed by John N. Smith, starring Michelle Pfeiffer, George Dzumza, Lorraine Toussaint, and Courtney B. Vance.
Tell me, why are we so blind to see? I mean, this was just a time and place movie. Will not watch this ever again, but you know, Michelle Pfeiffer had to help these kids, Steve. How do I reach these kids?
These babies, they need it, man. They need guidance. They ain't got no motherfucking guidance, man. And you know, I remember the promos for this movie. Like, I felt like the whole song was played every time the commercial came on. From the beginning of Coolio's verse, I think maybe it was just his whole verse. And by the time his album came out, I knew the whole fucking song verbatim.
I mean, the shit, you couldn't escape. That's why I mean, I hope he's rich, because this was one of those songs where you couldn't escape it. It was everywhere. I had the soundtrack. You knew it. I knew it. Everybody our age knows that fucking song.
I really hate the trip, but I got
still. I mean, to this day, I mean, they made it for this movie. They're reusing that shit ad nauseum now. Fucking watching Avengers fucking preview or some Marvel movie, and it's got that like slowed down and shit. It's like, Coolio, please be rich, please.
Or you and your homies might be lying and joke.
I just remember there was like a small like Mexican dude in this, and like at one point in this movie they have to like recite this poem. It's like, I will not go quietly in the night, essay.
Please.
Oh, dude. But I watched this shit. You know what I did like about this movie, Steve? This was the age where it was like that transition point where it's on the table to watch rated R movies, like with adults, at least in my household. So I remember this was rated R, and I was like, it was still like, it could be a yes or no, but my mom rented this. I watched this with my fucking mom and dad. So, you know, it's not a racy movie by any means, but
yeah, I don't believe they were doing the sex in this movie, so that was safe.
No, I mean, it's just a lot of like, it was complete. Like, I can't believe they did an R rating for just language, because that's really all it was. And maybe there was like a little bit of violence in it, maybe, but it was nothing crazy. I mean, it was just like, you know, whatever. But shout out Coolio, you fucking killed it.
Shout out Michelle Pfeiffer, man. You know, did you know that she was actually pregnant during production?
Damn, they hit that well.
They did some Claire
Huxtable. Hey, she's always like AC Slater sitting on a seat, you know, reverse. So she was hiding that belly a lot. Maybe that's why.
And they, you know, sometimes use large objects to like not show her stomach and shit.
She has beach balls in class for another. Like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, it's today we're learning about the solar system. This is the sun, and this is based off of a book called "My Posse Don't Do Homework," which I found hilarious.
It sounds like one of those urban romance novel titles.
Yeah, my grandfather stole my boyfriend.
Yeah.
That type of shit. Like
Yo Auntie a Ho, Volume 6.
super ratchet shit. My posse don't do homework. My posse on Broadway. And that same day, 1995, A Kid in King Arthur's Court premiered in theaters. A Little League player is sent back into medieval times where he is given the task of saving Camelot. Directed by Michael Gottlieb, starring Thomas Ian Nicholas, Joss Ackland, Kate Winslet, and Daniel Craig.
Wow, Kate Winslet. But I just have to say, Steve, I didn't watch this and I liked it better when they did it in a movie called Black Knight. I mean, it might be the same exact plot, but Martin Lawrence instead of the kid from Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, fuck the Cubs.
That kid was getting a lot of baseball related work, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, man. And this is the same kid that was in America or Apple. Was it American Pie?
American Pie. Apple Pie.
Apple
It was an Apple Pie.
Yeah. Well, he was like, I think, well, no,
I mean,
it wasn't him. It was his friend that was in the Apple Pie.
I love the 90s, Steve. There was a movie franchise created around a kid fucking a pie. Out in plain sight. I mean, it was marketed. Like there was no illusions. It was like literally here's the preview. It's like warm apple pie, and then this kid. Yeah, I mean, fucking a pie, great. This kid fucking Black Knight may have ripped this script off, but the movie was way better. So I support that. But yeah, for some reason, this kid was getting a lot of baseball related work. They liked him in the Rookie of the Year uniform, and they were just like, you know what? Let's take you back to King Arthur times, okay?
Yeah.
That's the movie. That's it. There's definitely a moment where he's teaching knights to throw like in a baseball way, and that comes like they defeat an enemy by throwing something like a baseball, like or playing baseball. There's definitely something in this movie like that.
So you did see this crock of shit?
No, I can just like picture it in my head, like because that's always that's in Black Knight. Martin teaches the knights to dance, and then they dance fight and win the battle or some shit. It's like you bring the modern shit back, and that's what he's doing. Maybe he's teaching them a slider or some shit. They fucking whatever.
But he wasn't teaching them the cabbage patch or no shit like that.
We've covered enough of whatever this is. Rookie of the medieval times. I don't know.
A cuck in King Arthur's Court. But in 1997, Backstreet Boys released the album Backstreet's Back. All right.
I mean, I had every album, Steve.
I bet you did.
My wife loves them. I've seen them. I've seen them live, Steve. My wife loves them. I saw them in Vegas. I was completely high out of my mind.
You had to be.
But I did not have a bad time. And I like what I will say about these guys. I'm sure they just like, what did they OD on PJ, or what was happening? Do you think that they fucked enough where it was just like, I need to, like, I'm done now. I need to fuck like an alien or something to get off.
Well, yeah. I mean, they do have a short shelf life though, man, as far as like these boy bands. You're at your peak when you're in your teens and your 20s. These
motherfuckers are making more money now, Steve.
Are you serious?
Women that listen to them as kids are now paying to watch them now and paying a lot of money to do so. I'm telling you, I bet they're richer than they ever have been.
Well, I stand corrected like a motherfucker.
Hey, man. They're making that money, Steve. We need to get in a boy band. Something needs to give here. All right.
I'll be the bass guy at the end of the song. Hey girl, so he ain't treating you right. Do.
Yeah, the fucking the speech artist. Hey
Yeah.
girl, you know, I've just been thinking. I've been thinking I love you.
Just no singing required. Just talk like Barry White on this track at the end every
Get
time.
smooth with it, Steve. You're a fucking voiceover artist. You're professional. Like that's you. I bet you need to do some like phone sex. That's the next move. You do like some
What are
slick
you
like
wearing?
R&B phone sex shit. You got this.
I got a big dick. You want to see it? You
Maybe
like
throw a little sauce on it though. If I'm giving you a little direction, I need more like sexy and not guy that's trying to hide his identity on fucking Chris Hansen. Hey,
do you like salami?
do you like scary movies?
You want to see what I can do? Want to see what I bring to the table?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm so turned on. You sound scary, but sexy at the same time. Oh my
Do
god.
you want to see what I can do?
You want to see what I can
Call
do with my
somebody
finger?
with that kind of energy. Don't do that. Just for
I
me to
shouldn't.
you, just don't.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Matthew. You never know. Every now and then a blind dog finds its ass. And that same day when Backstreet was back, the series premiere of The View aired on ABC. And
God
this
wept.
this was the OG.
Oh,
Man,
this is
my
like
man is
Star
purple
Jones
now.
and shit, right?
Because she is a lawyer.
Look, I am a lawyer.
I miss Fat Star Jones because it was easier for Tracy Morgan to spoof her. Like when she lost weight, it was like, oh, where's the fun in this?
Look,
need to get fat
I am
again,
a
Star.
lawyer. That was
I'm
the
a lawyer.
best.
First-
dude. One line. That's all you got.
They could
I
be
am
talking
a
about,
lawyer.
yeah. I loved it. That shit was, and it's still fucking hilarious. They could be talking about something totally non-related to law. First of all, I am a lawyer, okay?
Brad Pitt looking great on the red carpet. Now, first of all, I am a lawyer. And legally speaking, he fine as hell.
Oh my God, bro.
Just the right amount of
Oh.
weed, man. It's perfect.
So
Oh,
yeah,
but
man.
This show is still on, I think.
It still is. And Whoopi Goldberg's on there now. And like, I think
I
the
think
Barbara-
Joy Behar's still on there because you
Behar?
know she's kind of like the last man standing. I think. I don't think she's the only OG.
because Barbara Wawa, she's like, I don't know.
She's not working. She doesn't need to. I like the fact she did this was I felt like she could have called it quits at 2020 and been cool with that.
Yeah,
I saw
I
a
bet.
funny. I mean, I think it's hilarious. But her interview with Sean Connery. Have you ever seen that?
Was he like trying to pimp her or some shit, or
No,
like
he's
was
talking because he made some comment about slapping women and like how you
That's-
like and she's like I didn't enjoy that and he's like well you sometimes if you've exhausted every option you just gotta slap a bitch.
like a pimp?
It's just like Jesus Christ, but it was just like a
Respect.
2020 episode. But she did this, and somehow this insane show still. I don't get watching it because I would watch this like on sick days, like maybe my mom was home or something, or whatever the situation was. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically a video podcast, but the opinions are not ones that I need to hear. Let's put it like I am a lawyer.
First of all, I am a lawyer. I bet Barbara Washington. What the fuck was her name? Barbara Walters. I'm Barbara Washington.
Barbara
Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah, I bet she could too. But I bet Barbara Walters could write a mean poll back in her day.
Man, he opened up to me like I was Barbara Walters. Man, I need a baggy out of me.
He had sex with my mama. Why? In 1998, E40 released the album The Element of Surprise. Jerry Stackagrip, he called himself. And It's
Dude.
fucking. I know you are a West Coast
Ooh.
guy. If you got to pick a side, you're a West Coast guy. And Element of Surprise, it has all of that flavor that you enjoy of that G Funk era. It's got that Roger Troutman kind of bouncy beat, along with E40. He's got features with Be Legit, and I love his collaborations with Be Legit. That's his relative. It's either his cousin or his brother, and they were in the group The Click together. But Be Legit, Too Short's in there. Even Casey and fucking JoJo, Busta Rhymes has a feature. The Element of Surprise, man. It's not one of his best, but to me, if you're a fan of E40 or any of that West Coast from the 90s flavor, man, it's a solid album. But on that same day in 98, Primus releases the EP, Rhinoplasty. And this was an album of covers. They did a really cool cover of the Metallica. And I can't even call it right now. It's one of those, The Thing That You Never Will Be, or it's one of those kind of titles.
I don't even remember this album. Primus was always a band that was just, I feel like they were cooler than their music. It was sort of like, the music is great, but I just like them because they were, I don't know, they just were like very singularly, like their sound was wild. I don't know how else to explain it. Plus the South Park collab. I mean, that just like, you get an extra gold star for that.
The Thing That Should Not Be. That's the Metallica cover they had. And there's a really cool Stanley Clark cover that they did, Silly Putty. And it's all instrumental. Les Claypool is considered one of the greatest bassists in rock history, man. And they're not like classic rock. They're like off in their own kind of lane.
I don't even know what to call them. I mean, they were in like the alternative movement sort of in there, but it's like even that I wouldn't class, because I mean also Soundgarden was too. You know, like they were in I think Alice in Chains was like, those bands
that's alternative,
sort of included in that. But yeah, Les Claypool's a bad dude. He looks crazy. This music sounds crazy. And I mean, is he in, like, I don't really care about it, but is he in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Nah, Primus, nah. I mean,
just him as an individual. I think like Les Claypool, even if his band doesn't get in there, like he needs to be in there.
Exactly. I agree, man. And maybe one day, and I remember Les Claypool getting in a shout out on one of the Limp Bizkit albums, man. You know, that song where Fred Durst, it's like he's talking about like people he's toured with, and he's like, Les Claypool for acting like a fool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So shout out to Primus, man. And on that same day in 98, Cottonmouth Kings released Royal Highness, and that is all your bag.
I mean, don't just throw me. I mean, this is one step above like Insane Clown Posse. I mean, they were like the same level basically, but you know, they had their little moment in time. I think they released an album at the same time that Linkin Park released an album, and they had a song called Bump that came out that was sort of kind of famous maybe.
Okay.
But I mean, it's a bunch of white dudes from like Huntington Beach that are just rapping about weed, you know.
Nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with it. And I will say this, there were songs that you listened to in a fucking car during our freshman year of college that I wish I knew it wasn't from this album. This album does have some bangers on it, like that I remember liking at the time. I haven't listened to them in a while, but you know, if you like weed, you like hearing some white guys rap passably, I'd say they're better than fucking Insane Clown Posse.
Man.
But I'll leave that up to you. So, you know, it's not a great sales pitch to be like weed, white rap. That instantly gives me like, you know, Majid vibes, like something like cheesy like that almost.
He probably had this album.
Oh, he definitely did. He definitely did, but he would. But
Kings,
that's not what he would play. It's like it's the guy who also has a Dave Matthews album and can play a couple of Dave Matthews songs. Love this album and love this band,
and play some of the songs acoustic.
But I wish, hey man, in the 90s, 2000s, they were famous for being potheads. And to me, that's the dream because you get free pot, you get to smoke pot all the time, and it basically is your lifestyle. So it sounded great at the time. I hopefully they're all alive, maybe not. But you know, shout out Cottonmouth Kings. It's not great to see a bunch of K's capitalized on anything. It almost, you're like, is that a KKK thing? It's not.
It's
You know,
close.
it's close. And even like these guys look like January 6th, like rioters. You know, they have that vibe too, where that might have happened, but you know, at a time and place, I smoked a joint to a Cottonmouth King song and I loved it. So
Yeah.
um
I just don't know enough about them. I just know they were a thing, and I do remember seeing this album around, you know, on posters at Shed, at Spencer's. So they had a following clearly.
oh
And,
yeah.
you
I
know,
mean, dude, like our age kids that like if you were 18 in 2000, 2001, you
Yeah.
definitely listen to this. And if you smoked weed, you had a couple of these albums. Jordan and I definitely like we listened to it way longer than we should have.
like, what are we doing?
But
with our
that being
lives?
said, I hate white rappers for the most part, and like these guys I actually listen to without hating them immediately. It's like
Boom.
them and Eminem, and even Eminem now I can't listen to them. I'd listen to this. I'll listen to it now. I'm so high, Steve. I'm out of my mind,
Damn, Doc, you ruined the Marshall experience for this man.
dude.
How
that's,
dare you?
Yeah, thanks, Doherty. That's your fault because I've listened to fucking the 8 Mile soundtrack enough that it's like it was like Chinese water torture, Steve. It's what they do to terrorists and you know, and like those black ops like torture sites. They just play like crazy music.
But come on, though, man. You know that, like, when that shit came out, Mom Spaghetti, come on.
Dude, I wasn't even on that. It was like one of the Eminem albums around that time. Dude, if I hear
Encore.
the song, Doc had a timed punch dance that when the beat dropped, he like threw a fist and started rapping, and he did it over like it's almost like a Westworld thing where I think I've been like incepted and this is like a fake memory, but dude, like he did it hundreds of times. Doherty, you ruined Eminem. So thank you. You're a great guy, but
Still love you, buddy.
you're awesome.
But that following year, in 1999, the series finale of In the House airs on UPN. And I remember watching this when it first came out. It starred Debbie Allen. She was like her and LL Cool J were the main stars. And then eventually she just left the show and Kim Wayans took over and Alfonso Ribeiro. Hey, like there's no more Fresh Prince. Hey, well, what can we do? Can we get Carlton? Is he available? And I also remember Maya Campbell and her sweet brown asshole.
I don't know if she showed that on the show, but
Man, I get, you know, dreams and life, reality, like
flimsy.
yeah, there's a blur. But man, yeah, Maya Campbell. Yeah, man. Like
I don't remember the show. I mean, this was when LL was heating up, like acting wise. So, you know, a lot of lip licking, a lot of sexiness, a lot of LL. Exactly.
for us, by us.
I'm not gonna say shit.
Well, yeah, LL, man, he's a fucking legend, man. He was my favorite rapper until we found out about a guy named Sean Carter. And, you know, they used to pair this up with Fresh Prince. It was, it basically took the place of Blossom. You know, Fresh Prince would be at the 8 o'clock slot, and then this would air at 8:30. And then eventually they moved it to UPN. Basically took it out in the pastures and shot in the back of the head, man. But this week, Rising Stars, pretty familiar. Frankie Lopez in the His House. He's a frequent liker on our Instagram. That's his name, Frankie Lopez in the His House. Trey Gores, Mr. Digital Comics, and my guy, Hector Aponte III. I swear, if you guys were here right
Hector
now,
Aponte the third, dude.
he shows us, oh man, I think he's liked more stuff than me on our Instagram. And, you know, if you guys were here right now, if you stared at me and I caught you staring, I wouldn't trip. That shows you how much I care about you guys, and I appreciate that, man. Any callbacks, cum dumps, reach arounds?
My cum dump for this week, Steve, is it's just 90s related, but I think on Friday they released a Predator prequel movie called Prey on Hulu.
I saw that shit.
Dude, did you watch it?
No.
Oh, dude, watch it. It's good.
Really?
And they actually tie it into like the Danny Glover Predator movie, because at the end of that movie, he kills a predator and a bunch of predators show up and they're like, you know what, dude? You a bad motherfucker. And they throw him a gun. And that gun shows up in this. So they even tie it into that shit. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. And it's only like an hour and 40. It was a good watch. You definitely should watch it.
My list is just,
I mean, watch Bulletproof before that. But man, when you watch it, Steve, I'm telling you, you're welcome. That's all I'm gonna say.
and well, my only takeaway, man, Larry Sanders Show in 1993, he's airing the episode Larry's Birthday, and this is the last episode of your boy Jeremy Piven. He's just like, deuces, I see no direction with my character. I'm doing nothing. Like, I'm only in here for like a scene, if that, per episode.
This hair is hanging on by a thread. I got to get out of here and get another job before it completely shits the bed. So bye.
Yeah. Hey, Ellen, is that you calling? HBO Max, is that you calling?
PCU. Shout out PCU though. Great. Check that out. Great college movie.
Now, please also check out Over the Culture on Sundays, Crushgasm with Kendra on Wednesdays, B3 the podcast, and Don't Worry, B Movie with Amanda Wade. This is Steve G and Bad G. What happened in the 90s?